G'day, it's Jamie from Gold Rushes of Australia, and today, or tonight, I have my Bendigo Guided Tours hat on. I know Dave is giving 6 tickets away tonight to come along with me on a tour, and I'm also offering a 20% deal for all of you, Miners Den supporters, and I'll tell you a bit more about that later. Today I thought I would take you to Victoria Hill in Bendigo, which is one place I love to take visitors on a tour. Now, Victoria Hill is significant because it was the frontier of deep quartz mining in Bendigo. In 1854, which is when gold was discovered here, alluvial gold was starting to peter out. It was starting to become harder to find. Thousands upon thousands of diggers were coming to try their luck. And a German named Christopher Ballerstedt, who had been on the California Goldfields, came to Bendigo. In 1854, he eyed off the quartz outcrops here on Victoria Hill and brought a claim off a couple of Americans for £80. Now, Christopher Ballerstedt would challenge what miners believed at the time around gold. They believed the further down you dug, the less gold there was. So basically, dig deep enough, it was going to run out. Christopher Ballerstedt, not only did he start breaking into an open cut mine, cutting out the quartz and crushing it, he also dug a shaft 90 metres in depth, which was far deeper than anyone else had dug around at the time. And he struck what was to become the famous New Chum line of reef, proving that gold was indeed able to be found in big amounts if you dug deep enough. We're at the site of the Victoria Quartz Company mine that was actually sunk in 1877, but the company was formed 20 years earlier as a result of merging 16 claims. In the first 7 years, there was 1.2 million ounces of gold retrieved from Victoria Hill, and the Victoria Quartz Mining Company became the deepest mine in the world during its operation, a staggering 1.4 kilometres of 1,406 metres deep. Here you can see the bailing tank for the mine, and as you may know, water was a constant problem, and it's still very much a problem for anybody venturing into gold mining under Bendigo today. There's a lot of water down there, and these bailing tanks needed to be constantly operating to allow the miners to continue breaking up the quartz. Now we're coming up on an old quartz crushing plant now, and when I say old, it's actually probably pretty recent relative to the gold rush era. This was put here in the 1930s and 40s. During Depression years, they started to revive gold mining here on Victoria Hill, and this 16-head stamper operated in the 30s and 40s, continually crushing the ore that was coming out of the mines. Now, the interesting thing about crushing quartz was the process of using mercury, a toxic poisonous metal, to separate the gold from the ore. When after the crushing of the quartz, it went into a kind of slurry, and mercury was added. And mercury is, like I said, really poisonous. There's the Mad Hatter's disease, which is a direct result of poisoning. And these workers would have needed to extract the paste that was formed. The gold and the mercury combine, and it becomes like a paste, and it's that process, and it's that substance that's then taken and heated, and because mercury has a lower boiling point than gold, it evaporates and we're left with the gold. The problem is the fumes. Now, it was heated in furnaces that were apparently meant to be smoke-free, but I'm not quite sure how they did that, and I'm certain there would have been workers here who would have struggled with the symptoms of Mad Hatter's disease working with so much mercury on a daily basis. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a look at Victoria Hill. There's there is more here. It's a fantastic place to come and visit and share stories. As I said, I'm really looking forward to the 6 lucky people who get to come along with me on a tour. And if you'd like to come on a tour with me, you can use the code MinersDen25, just MinersDen25, one word, and you can get 20% off if you book in the next couple of weeks, and you can take the tour anytime this year. So it's anytime in 2025. Thanks for watching a special edition of Gold Rushes of Australia. I'll see you later.